Hey there, my name is Richard Hawthorne. This Bible study we are starting here is simply to get people who've never read the Bible for themselves to read it. This will allow them to take in the content easier with others without Bible study booklets that hop from story to story, from book to book, and from verse to verse strategically. Much to my surprise, growing up in the church, with my dad being a deacon for the most part of my childhood, and then an assistant pastor in my later years, I assumed most of everyone had read the Bible in its entirety from cover to cover that attended in church. It wasn't until I read the Bible for myself, I quickly realized that it was the exact opposite and even worse. The church is good, but a relationship with Yah, the Most High, should be full of personal understanding. Most of everybody recites scriptures that they either heard someone else say, given a broad pass-forward understanding, or what they have learned in Sunday school or in church without full context of the Bible, book, chapter, and verse. I like to describe knowing the Bible like doing karaoke. Your friends get you pumped up to sing a song that you grew up singing, but when it's your turn to go and do the karaoke, and you start following along with the words, you quickly realize that you really don't know the song as much as you thought you did. So, this is for those who are in church weekly and for those of you who have never cracked open the Bible in your life. With that being said, let's not hold on tight to the things that we've learned throughout our lives from time to time, because a lot of the doctrine that has been taught to the masses is not quite exactly what the Bible actually says. Let us have an open mind and heart and let the words of the book speak for themselves and not what others have told us. The Bible is very fascinating, but it is also very convicting. So just know there isn't one person that will read the Bible without feeling called out or offended. Yah's words are sharper than a two-edged sword, stated in the book of Hebrews. Matter of fact, Hebrews 4:12, it says, "For the word of Yah is alive and powerful. It is sharper than the sharpest two-edged sword, cutting between soul and spirit, between joint and marrow." So, it will expose our innermost thoughts and desires. So don't let that shake you in the wrong way. This shows us who we really are and who He truly is, and reveal His power, long-suffering, and unconditional love for us. All He wants from us is to get to know Him, and He will help us the rest of the way. Those moments of feeling confused or offended during this Bible study are the moments that excite me, because that is where I would like to have open floor discussions, thoughts, and etc. This will allow us to have real conversations and gain real understanding of the stories and of the teachings behind them for clarity. Now, it is always best to have your own in-hand Bible, but for this Bible study, we will be using apps, preferably. The reason being is because we'll be going back and forth between the New Living Translation and the King James Translation. This is because the New Living Translation is a lot more palatable for most, especially for new Bible readers. The New Living Translation is translated by thought for thought. We will be comparing it with the King James Version so that we can go in deeper understanding with the strong concordance, which I will explain a little bit later. But the King James Version is translated by word for word. So if you don't have an app, please get you an app that allows you to go from translation to translation. I personally use the eSword LT app. Now, why is this important? The Bible is a book of laws. It states how we are to live by living by Yah's will so we can live torment-free. So understand that the devil knows and uses these laws against us. In John 10:10, it states, the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So the easiest way to do this is to deceive. The Bible also says in Hosea 4:6, it states, Yah says his people perish for the lack of knowledge. So if you don't know, we easily can be deceived with the devil. So we will start reading at the beginning and not at the end of the book, unlike most may believe or have been taught to. We will learn who Yahuah, the Most High, is and how he wants us to worship him. Hebrews 13:8 states, he is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Then we will learn the flaws of his people and why it's important to know their flaws. And we will also learn who the Messiah, the Mashiach, Yahushua is, and why Yah sent him, and what the Mashiach did for us. I want to make a strong statement as we begin this venture that we are not trying to indoctrinate anyone. We simply desire for others to read the scriptures for themselves. So, my wife Dixie and I are very excited and thankful to have you here with us. So let's get started.